Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Chat, my weekly vlog series posted every Monday at lunchtime if you're in the UK, and this is the final one of 2014. The next one will be in 2015. I really actually hate saying 2014, 2015 instead of 2014, 2015. I don't know what came over me. But anyway, I'm recording this a few days after Christmas. I took a few days off. I took Christmas Eve off, I took Christmas off, and I took Boxing Day off. Now I'm back. I'm going to be doing a bunch of recording today, so you'll probably hear me talking about the fact that it's the first recording of whatever series after my break in the episodes, so you'll know when I filmed them. I don't know if Boxing Day is a UK thing. It might be, actually. I'm not sure if Americans call the day after Christmas Boxing Day. I think the only reason we call it that here is because it's generally the day you consider like Christmas Day. You open your presents, you see your family, you have a big meal, etc, etc, all that stuff. You have no time to clean up after yourself, so Boxing Day is a day where the kids play with their new toys again because they have the day to themselves, they don't have to see their family, and the parents and whatever clean up the wrapping paper, they clean up the boxes, they clean up the recycling, blah blah blah. So I think that's why we call it Boxing Day. As far as I'm aware, it's not related to any religious connotations for this time of year. I might be wrong about that though, but I'm fairly certain that it might be a UK thing, or maybe a European thing only, or maybe it is just British. Let me know if you know. But anyway, yes, so the next one will be the first of 2015, and as I said a little while ago, I was considering from this point onwards using my web camera to record these vlogs. I'm not sure if that, it almost feels like a form of selling out to do that though, but at the same time I think seeing the person talking is a bit more engaging for a vlog, because keep in mind this isn't about a game I'm playing in particular, this is just me talking in a podcast type fashion. So I guess what I'm looking for is, I'm polling the audience. Do you care if I record these via webcam instead of just, you know, a blank background with the, you know, the bullet points of what I'm going to talk about? Justify it, if possible. Is there a good reason for me to use the web camera? Because the only one I can think of is the one I just said. Is there any other good reason? It might actually help keep me on track and, you know, less tangential, because I'd be far more self-conscious about the fact my face is on the screen. So I'd probably keep it more succinct, if anything, which might be a good thing, I don't know. But I'm looking for feedback on that. Anyway, in the background, starting now, for those of you who might just be listening, I'm going to put in some pictures of the haul of Christmas presents I got from the family. They came in a gigantic 40k, Warhammer 40k if you aren't aware, themed box that my mother got from somewhere. I think it was for spending a certain amount in a Games Workshop in the holiday season, so it's a Ordo Malleus, I always get that wrong, box, and it was filled with all my gifts, so you might be seeing some pictures of that in the background now. I got some retro sweets I like, some marzipan fruits, some flying saucers, and baklava, which is an Indian pastry dessert that I like. I got a little Skeleton Jack, I was going to say amiibo, but it's not, it's the thing amiibo ripped off. It's Disney Infinity. I'm not going to use it for Disney Infinity, I've got no idea what that is or how it works. I just wanted a little Skeleton Jack statue, so I suggested that someone in the family get that. I also got a bunch of socks because, you know, I'm getting on in years, and the older you get, the more socks you get given. Some candles that smell like lollipops, as weird as that sounds, and of course some 40k stuff as well. Now the main thing though, that you'll see in the background now-ish, I hope, during editing, is Maya opening her Christmas gift. I got her, I think I mentioned this before, I got her a green turkey, so she's really good at opening presents, and it's almost like she knew it was for her as well. But anyway, yeah, that's her opening it. My sister's dog also actually tried to help open some gifts, although she decided that every gift was hers, so she was ripping apart everything when my sister popped by. So not quite as smart as my dog, let's say. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that little video. I thought it was very fun. I did try and get one. My sister got Maya a toy as well, but because her dog was there too, Maya ran a mile as soon as she got given it, so I didn't catch up to her fast enough to really see her open that one. She just tanked it away because she didn't want my sister's dog to have any part of that situation at all. That was not her toy, and she was damn well going to prove it. So yeah, that was my Christmas. If you want to share what you got up to on yours, if indeed you did celebrate, you know, let me know. I know that Rory's looking forward to getting a PS4 for some reason. Oh yeah, that's something. Over the Christmas season, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and today they're kind of just coming back. Xbox Live and PSN both got DDoSed again because of arseholes. And when's the best time to attack online services? the day when everybody has new consoles and they want to patch them and play them. Now, I don't like Always On. I have complained about it many times in the past in many different areas, and it should not be a thing. However, I also don't think it's fair to point a finger at Sony or Microsoft and say, my kid couldn't play I just called a kid an it. His or her new console on Christmas Day because your online services were getting attacked. I demand you compensate me. You're asking for compensation because they were attacked. It's like saying to someone, you just got assaulted in the street. Give me money because it interrupted my day. And I don't think that's fair. Granted, anytime this does happen, it does show the folly of Always Online. So I think it's valuable in that sense. But at the same time, I wouldn't say you deserve compensation for someone else being attacked. You know, just be glad it wasn't your internet service provider, I guess. But again, I'm not supporting Always Online. It's a terrible thing. It should not be a thing. I do feel sorry for all the new console owners that couldn't get anything done because of day one console patches and BS like that for it to even function. But at the same time, it's not exactly their fault they were getting attacked by a cyber terror attack. But whatever. That's out the way. That's not really something I wanted to talk about. It's just I was reading about it. The services coming back online earlier today, just before I started recording this. So there hasn't been many questions on last week's Let's Chat. That's fine, though. Given the time of year, it's no surprise, really. Let's quickly get through these. Although, actually, first I wanted to talk about what's coming for the channel. I'm trying to get Borderland episodes uploaded as fast as possible just to get them out of the way, because I know no one's particularly interested in watching them compared to other videos I do. Although actually I would be genuinely curious on feedback regarding why. Because to me, the pre-sequel is actually a better game for a playthrough than some of the other things I cover, purely because it's kind of just there in the background, so it stays in the background and lets banter be at the forefront. And I think the banter is entertaining in those videos between myself, Moose and Good Rory. So to me it feels like that would be a more popular series than, say, just me playing XCOM by myself. And yet that isn't the case. And I'm curious why. Is it just because first person shooters generally aren't that interesting to watch? Is that the reason? I'm not sure. So I am actually very curious if anyone who hasn't watched it or started watching it and trailed off, let me know. Let me know why. Feel free to be as blunt as you like, as long as it's polite. So anyway, yes, as I was saying, other plans. Well, Monster Hunter 3 will soon be giving way to Monster Hunter 4. Rebirth will continue because I'm still enjoying playing it. I don't think it's going to be something that's on my channel forever. I do tend to get sick of games eventually. But as of yet, I'm still very addicted to it. Let's Chats will obviously continue. Whether or not they're with webcam or not is up to feedback that you give me on this one. Let's Look Ats will continue as well. I'm still getting bombarded with emails daily from indie devs who want me to look at their games, and I like having lots of different stuff to try out, so I'm still going to do that. As far as other games going forward, another kind of New Year's resolution for myself when we get into 2015 is that now that my upload speed is better, I want to try and do 3 videos a day. Now, that is doable, but I feel like I need another series. As I say, Borderlands is going to run out really soon. Monster Hunter 4 doesn't have a set day yet, and I can't record Monster Hunter 3 just whenever I like, because I'm kind of onto the online only stuff now. You can solo G rank, but it would make you hate the game, and I don't want to do that. So I am looking for other things to do a series of that I'm interested in. There's a couple of anime games I'm interested in, but that's not until around about March time that I believe the first is out. Xenoverse is the one I'm talking about. And Storm 4 has recently been revealed, which I'm looking forward to, but that'll probably be a bit later. So I'm not sure. Around the January-February period, I'm not sure. I need to find something else to do a series on. This war of mine will not last that much longer. I'm just over the halfway point as far as what I've recorded. Assuming I win, of course. If I do win, I don't see the need to do another playthrough. Although it has been patched recently to add more content, which is interesting. A potentially different starting location, and you get to pick who you start with, which is intriguing, but I'm not sure if that's enough to warrant a second playthrough. I think they would, or as in a recorded one, they would need to add much more variety into the random events you could stumble on, in my opinion. But anyway, that's all I have in mind so far. I'm not sure. Hopefully something will just come along that will interest me. Ideally something co-op, actually. I like the idea of having something co-op that's standard to my channel. Like, so say I have Rebirth and whatever else, I also have something that I play with someone else at the same time. But it's finding a game that fits that criteria and making sure that it's with someone who is able to record it fairly often, say 2 or 3 times a week, which is not as easy as you might think sometimes. Although that said, I'm recording this a little bit late actually. I've recorded like uploaded rather up to, I think I'm doing the January 1st's uploads on the day I'm recording this, but this will be out of sequence in terms of my uploads because I was holding off until after Christmas. Last night, just for no reason really, because I've been playing Warframe over Christmas because I feel like this goddamn addiction needs to get out of my system, and the easiest way to do that is to play it a lot so I get sick of it quicker. Since we were playing it and with Good Rory and CR, and he was streaming it, I decided just to record some of it. I actually recorded 2 hours of us playing it last night. I think I'm just going to break it into 2 bits and upload it. Just, I don't know, I'm going to call it like Warframe because whatever. It's not a series per se, because Warframe isn't a game you can do a series on. There's no plot. There is occasional quest lines, but they don't amount to anything. It's just a game you grind on for the sake of grinding. So I don't think it's going to be any kind of staple series, but I thought it was just a random thing I could upload for a bit of change of pace. And variety is important to me on my channel, because I've already learned from the past that sticking with one thing can work in the short term, but in the long term it can kill your channel. Oh, speaking of that, by the time you hear this will be the 29th. In a few days, just into the new year, I'll be doing my usual monthly wrap-up on my website, fliksgamingstuff.com, but then I'll also be doing a yearly wrap-up where I'm going to compare 2014 to 2013 and see if my channel has grown or shrunk or stayed the same, etc, etc, if you're interested. Right, so we've got a few comments, as I said, in the comment section of Let's Chat 55. Let's get through those quickly, and then that's all we'll be doing this week. So, Ultimate Kira 2, otherwise known as Reaper from my Monster Hunter series, gave me a set of 5 short questions, so let's go through those. Okay, so here we go, random question time. Number 1, Silent Hill or Resident Evil? You have to escape, survive, which one? Oh, so it's not which game series I prefer, it's which one I would survive better in. I would survive better in Resident Evil because I do have some basic knowledge of how to fire guns as a result of my grandfather and uncle being hunters and taking me on hunts every so often when I was a child. So I would be able to defend myself with a rifle, pistol or shotgun. So I would say Resident Evil, whereas Silent Hill, that's just weird freaky shit and monsters and a radio that makes a spooky noise when monsters are nearby and lots of fog, so I don't think I'd be able to survive that. 2. With the amount of Warframe you're playing, I think you mean WarbleFram, do you think you will make a series of it? Well, bugger, I just answered that without even knowing you asked. It's not technically a series. I'll put it in the playlist with the series I did start way back, like a year and a bit ago, when Warframe first got added on Steam, so I guess technically yes. Number 3, Cha-Cha or New Cats for Monster Hunter 4, alternatively Cha-Cha outfit for New Cats. I would rather have the Shakalakas than the Palacos they're called, that are in Monster Hunter 4. Would I want a Cha-Cha outfit for the cats? No, I would not. Although he is actually in the Ultimate version. They get, Kyumba and Cha-Cha get a cameo quest as part of the new content that wasn't in Monster Hunter 4, so I haven't seen it. Question 4, are we the strange ones... Wait, are we the strange ones or are we the normal ones and you're the strange work? I'm going to read that sentence one more time, and I'd just like to prefix it, or I guess it's a suffix because I've read it out already. Reaper often posts things when he's trying to stay up late for his night shift work and he's had a lot of energy drinks and caffeine. His question is, are we the strange ones or are we the normal ones and you're the strange work? I believe what he's asking is, am I the strange one or are you the strange one? The answer is yes. Question 5, would you ever play the Kingdom Hearts games as a Let's Play, asking because they just released the HD versions of it? P.S. Be sure to show your work. Damn. I haven't finished getting through Kingdom Hearts 1.5. I kind of just got drawn away by other games, as frequently happens sadly when you cover a lot of games. So I haven't bought Kingdom Hearts 2.5. I would highly recommend it if no one's ever played it. Kingdom Hearts 2 remains the best Kingdom Hearts game of the series, including all the runoff and spin-off and BS like that. It also comes with a HD version of Birth by Sleep, which was the PSP version, or a PSP game rather, and it was pretty good as well. So I think you get a lot of value for what you're getting, plus it's a way to play it again because you won't have a PS2 anymore presumably. So I recommend the games for sure. Would I do a playthrough of them? No. I would probably do a look at of the third one, but they fall into that category of game where I think the story is so the focus of it that you don't really want to hear someone talking over it. I'd be too interested in hearing the story myself that I wouldn't be talking much. So I wouldn't really be providing an entertainment product. I'd be providing you with, you know, like a theatre. Here, watch Kingdom Hearts, and that's not what I'm interested in for my channel. Plus, it would go on way too long, so I'd want to avoid that. But yeah, if you're interested, if you've never played a Kingdom Hearts game, you don't really need to have played the first one, and the first one is much more dated than the second one, I feel. I would highly recommend Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Just be willing to put through. Actually, in some ways, if you haven't played the first Kingdom Hearts 2's intro will be better, because if you had played the first one, the first couple of hours of Kingdom Hearts 2 is exceptionally dull. It is very slow paced and tedious, in my opinion. But once you get through it, it's great, once you actually start playing as Sora again. Anyway, Jason Anino says, all hail our mighty horse overlords. Someone told me that in Rebirth, the Ewaz rune actually has a literal translation of horse. I don't know if that's true, but if it is, that's fantastic. Weird Musician also said, have a Merry Christmas in advance, Flik and everybody. Thank you. Or when will we be hearing this again, the 29th? I hope you have a good Hogmanay. That's New Year's Eve to non-Scottish people. And New Year's. Don't get too drunk if you are drinking. I won't be. By the way, screw convention. For Christmas dinner, I had meatballs. Don't want any of your turkey. I wouldn't mind chicken, but I thought for a change I saw meatballs, I fancied meatballs, I had meatballs. Also stop saying balls. ET Epic Fail says, at 4 minutes 50, really earned my likes, great commentary as always, keep those vids coming, and good to know your upload improved. I'm immensely glad that something stupid like moving my router has made such a significant difference to the channel. I talked about this more last time, but it genuinely is a significant difference. Granted, it's doubled the speed of a crap upload speed, but the doubling has helped me so much. Like right now I'm uploading like a 3 gig Monster Hunter video that would have taken me over a day before, and it's, let me just check, I started at 9 PM AM this morning, and it's midday now, and it's 35% uploaded with 290 minutes to go. That sounds like a lot, but believe me, if this was the old upload speed, it would be like 700 minutes to go. That's how big a difference it is, and it's amazing. And also thank you for your comment. I don't remember what I said last time at that time, but I hope it was funny. Router story. Friend bought a really powerful one, so most fibre optic internet users in his 12-story building started getting their net through his router, since his was faster than the one that should be routing internet to other tenants. Yeah, so the quality of router does actually make a difference. However, I didn't change my router, all I did was move it closer to my PC. And I would understand why that would improve wireless, but I don't understand why it improves wired. I am happy it did though. Guildford's Gaming, about DS2 Sins version. Dark Souls 2 Sins version? I don't know which version now. Oh, the new one. Yeah, I keep on forgetting what they're calling the new one. I don't know which version I'll be getting if I have a PS4 by then. That one, if not PS3 version. And now back to Dragon Age. Just got to the Hinterlands. And Happy Christmas and Happy New Year. I've actually not played Inquisition since I recorded for the best worst videos end of year thing. I kept on meaning to get back into it, but when I do get into it, I get into it heavily. I probably should have been playing that instead of Warframe over Christmas, to be honest. I know as soon as I get back into it, I'll play it, but the further I have this thing with RPGs, I know a lot of gamers do, where the closer to the end of a game you get, the more you don't want to play it, because you don't want it to end. I'm like that with RPGs in particular, so that's kind of like why I'm avoiding it. I feel like I'm getting pretty close to the end of the game. I will get to it though. I am eager to see and probably start up as another character. Alex Rowley says, I got Infinity on Monday. Much wow, such speed. Red Knight says, when is the new Dark Souls coming out? I think it's March? Is it? I can double check that now actually, I'll Google it. I don't know if the update for those who already own it comes first and then the packaged Game of the Year edition, if you like, is coming out afterwards. Dark Souls 2... what is it called? New release. I don't know what it's called, so I can't do that. It's called, oh, Scholar of the First Sin, so that's why it was called Dark Souls 2 Sin, right. Scholar of the First Sin. It will be released in, then press on the wiki page so it loads, and takes a little while. An updated version, Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin, will be released in 2015, but it appears there's no specific date yet. No. No specific date, just 2015. So they've gone the Capcom route of never being specific, sadly. Although, hang on, the wiki information suggests that in Japan it'll be the start of February for the consoles, the last gen consoles, and then for North America April, and for Japan the new consoles will be out then. Presumably PC will follow. I don't know if those are accurate because there isn't any source listed, but I would have guessed around about April as well. And that's it, other than Dragonak saying show you're working, which is fine, I will from now on I suppose, since 2 people pointed it out, but you didn't actually ask me anything to show my working on. So I'm just going to say thank you for listening. Please do leave feedback on some of the things I've asked for feedback about. There will be more gaming stuff to come. I hope you enjoyed listening, and I shall see you in 2015. Ta-ta for now.